Dirth, Mavis, ADTV.
So, Lorenzo, your file seems to be very vague. Just that you've paid for a one-time session as opposed to entering a program. So what is the issue that you needed to address today? Hey, how you doing? Well, I don't have problems with alcohol or drugs. However, I have a really bad habit when it comes to food. I'm addicted to sugar, salt, and fat. Which is a really big problem because every time I'm hungry and want to eat something, sugar, salt, and fat is exactly what I crave. It's never an avocado, a carrot, or a salmon fillet. The only foods I ever desire when I'm hungry are bad foods for me. Food can be a very common denominator for our self-control. Not only can it be very unhealthy and high in cholesterol and sugar, it's also readily available pretty much anywhere and everywhere. Do you exercise? No, because it's hard. It's really hard. And you have to do it. A lot. It's dumb. Eating healthy food is way more appealing to me than exercise because at least you're still eating something. This lifestyle can be a very dangerous road that leads to all sorts of health problems. Lorenzo, have you ever reached out to a nutritionist or a dietitian? Yeah, but I didn't like the way that they spoke to me. It was like being scolded by a girlfriend. One time I was telling him, sometimes for breakfast, I would just eat a full bag of dill pickle chips and frozen chicken nuggets. For breakfast! Then later at night, I would eat pints of ice cream. Pints, as in plural. And this jack-off would get mad at me like he's my principal. He'd say things like, "Why would you do that? Why would you eat like that?" What do you mean, why? I thought you were supposed to help me. Douche. Let's just pretend if I were to hypothetically ask you, why do you think that kind of behavior is present in your day-to-day life? If we were to discuss the possibility behind those habits. I was a latchkey kid growing up, so from a very early age, I've always been really unsupervised, you know? Well, growing up is already confusing as is. let alone growing up in a household where you are constantly left to your own devices. Please feel free to book another session later this week. I'm afraid our time is up, Lorenzo. That's fine. I'm going to go get some Brussels sprouts smothered in bacon and nacho cheese. I'm just going to punish my toilet later. The roaches in my apartment are going to be dead when they smell what I'm depositing into that bathroom. You know what, Lorenzo? I have a good feeling about this. Hey, Doc. You hear that? Do you hear it? Hear what, JD? I don't understand what you mean. I can't help you right now. I'm in a counseling session. I told you. This is my big boy costume. I know I'm 28 years old. We'll leave the groceries in the car then. I'll bring them back in when I get home. Mom. Mom. JD, I don't even have to ask. You are clearly still taking hallucinogenic drugs in very high doses. JD, your mother put you in this sobriety program 4 years ago. It's to the point where your mother basically treats this rehab center like it's your adult daycare. You want to know what she said to me on the phone the other day? I'll pick him up at 9. Our session ended at 2. Don't even get me started on her. The other night she had the nerve to go to bed early without making me macaroni and cheese. She said that she was having a full-on panic attack, wanted to try and sleep it off. All because she rudely ate my sugar cubes I had in the freezer. She put them in her tea. Sugar cubes? That's right. Sugar cubes. Sugar cubes soaked in LSD. Jesus. That is just ghastly. She was fine, like 2 days later. The other night I was out patrolling, keeping things safe. When I started practicing my own stunts, I broke a window in the neighbor's house. I'm picking shards of glass out of my shins and elbows, just bleeding all over their carpet and their stupid baby that wouldn't stop crying and screaming. The dad barges in the room like, "What in God's name do you think you're doing? Get out of our home." He didn't say it, but I got the gist while he beat the living daylights out of me with a tennis racket. When I finally got home, my mom had locked me out of the house. She confiscated my house key years ago. Well, goodness, JD, the number of stories like this I've heard from you at this point, I'm starting to see where she's coming from. Were you able to locate your selection of product conveniently today? Oh, yes. Thank you. Would you like to sign up for our amazing saving rewards program? All we simply need is just your name, phone number, place of address, email address, address of your emergency contact, your prefix, your suffix, a down payment of $39.99, and a small sample of your DNA. You want me to piss into a cup so I can save $1 on my total of $6.50? I did not mention anything about a cup. All right, let's do it.
Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
A rock feels no pain, and an island never cries. We survive by believing that our lives will get better.